Hello, TRA family. This is Tim Kauser coming to you with some tips from the Tech Lab. As I'm recording this, we're about 60 hours into summer 2021, and for me, over the last several years, summer has meant a time of updates to get everything ready for the new school year. Since you have your MacBooks at home with you this summer, I'm going to need your help in doing these updates. So today I'm going to show you a couple of things that you need to do to get your MacBook ready for the big update. Some of you have already have updated, and some of you have not. And for those of you who have not, these things that I'm going to show you today might help you get there. So first, let's take a look at your computer as it is now. This is a MacBook. I'm going to log into it. This background is it's a picture of Catalina Island. That's the default background for macOS Catalina. Let's see which version we have here. About this Mac. And it's macOS Catalina version 10.15.7. Yours might say 10.15.6, 10.15.5. That's not important anymore. But if it says 10.14 something, then that means that you missed the update last year, and you really need to make sure you get updated this year. If you're running Catalina, yes, you still need to be updated. We want to make sure that everybody starts the school year on the same page, as close to the beginning of the school year as we can, just to make sure that everybody's files are compatible as you're swapping files back and forth between project groups, and especially when you're sending files to your teacher. You want to make sure your teacher can open these files. So let's go ahead. First things first, let's talk about backup. The first thing that you want is a flash drive, something like this. You want at least 128 gigabytes of capacity on it because that's the size of the main drive in your MacBook. Get a flash drive that's 128 gigabytes just to make sure that you can get everything. Another option is to get an external hard drive. You can get these at Walmart, Target, Best Buy. The flash drive you might even be able to get at Walgreens. But again, just make sure it's at least 128 gigabytes. This is a 4 terabyte drive. Unless you're backing up several computers, you don't necessarily need one this size. But it is good to have if you're going to be making a lot of videos over the next couple of years. This is a good thing to back those up. Once you take it out of the box, looks like this. It has this this connector to plug into your MacBook. Let's go back to the MacBook and take a look. We're going to plug in the flash drive. Here we go. It should appear on the desktop, and there it is. Now we want to first back up our files, so we're going to open Finder. It opens to the Recents folder, you see there. We're going to hold down the Command key, tap the up arrow key. First we're going to click on Desktop, Documents, whatever, doesn't matter. Shows the desktop folder. Then we're going to hold down the Command key, tap the up arrow key, and it takes you to your home folder. Should say a little house there. Let's hold the Command key, tap the up arrow key one more time, and now you see this is the users folder. It shows the administrator user, a shared folder, and then your home folder. And the name is for you, it's probably going to be a number, might be TRA number or something, or just a number. But we're going to drag this folder over to the flash drive or external drive, and it'll begin to copy. We'll just say resume. Yours probably won't say that. It's because I started a copy and then stopped it. But this is going to take a few minutes. Here it says about a minute. I've seen these take just a few seconds. I've seen them take a few minutes. I've seen them take an hour. I've seen on some, I've even seen them take up to 4 hours. And then if it looks like it's going to take longer than that, then there's probably something going wrong somewhere, and you might want to bring your MacBook to me to take a look at. We'll just say, okay, it finished, it got everything. And I mean, yours keep, let it go until it finishes, but to keep this video from getting too long, we'll just go ahead and go here. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is to see how much space we have available. You may not see this bar at the bottom of your window, so let's go over to View, and here this might be what yours looks like. Let's go to View, Show Status Bar, and then it'll tell us how much space we have available. What you want here is at least 40 gigabytes free, or 40 gigabytes available, and more is even better, but you want to have at least 40 because the new operating system update, the Big Sur update, is about 12 gigabytes by itself, and then it needs an additional space of 30 gigabytes or so in order to run, in order to do all the updates that it has to do. So you want to make sure, like I said, you have at least 40 gigabytes of space available. To make sure of that, you want to go in, check your desktop, check your documents folder, say, okay, I don't need these anymore, so let's drag them to the trash. And then it's very important to empty the trash to get rid of them. And if there are files on the desktop that you don't need anymore, go ahead and delete them. You've already backed them up, so you still have a copy of them. And then you can go into the Documents folder, the Downloads folder. Let's go back up to the Home folder. That was Command up arrow again. You can go into the Movies folder, see if there's anything there. If there's, if you've done some iMovie projects, those will be there, but some other things sometimes we'll get in there also. Same with music. You might see your GarageBand folder there, or an iTunes folder there, and but if there's anything outside those folders, like I said, you've already backed it up, so you're safe deleting. Pictures, you'll have the photos database there. You don't want to delete that unless absolutely necessary, but since you have it backed up, you actually can. But again, don't do it unless you've already done the backup. Public folder is probably going to be empty. It's going to have the Dropbox folder in it, but that's going to be empty also, unless you've been trading files back and forth with other students. And again, it's probably schoolwork from last year. You probably don't need it anymore, so you can delete it because you have a backup of it. So it won't be lost. But if you're of the nervous type and you get a little, you don't feel safe about deleting them, go ahead and do 2 backups before you start deleting anything, and then you're really safe. Okay, next thing we want to do. We've taken care of the backup. We've deleted all the files we need. We've got 40 gigabytes available. I've sent out the command for the Big Sur installer to install on your MacBook. I sent that out actually before school was out. Some of you already have it. Some of you didn't get it yet. I think we're about halfway through people actually receiving it, which is great at this point in the summer. But once it arrives, and it will probably go ahead and pop up on your screen, and it will look like this. Now, teachers, if you're watching this, you can go ahead and hit continue and go ahead and do the update. Students, it's going to ask for an administrator username and password, which you don't have, so you're not going to be able to do this. So when this pops up on your screen, just go ahead and quit it like that. Go up to that where it says Big Sur installer, macOS Big Sur installer. Click on that and then come down and quit. And then leave your MacBook open, the lid up like this, lid open so you can see the screen. Stay logged into it, and make sure that it's plugged in to the power and connected to the internet. And at some point, the install command will hit your computer and will go ahead and start installing the new macOS Big Sur. Sometimes it doesn't work right away. I've talked to several students already who have seen it. It started and quit and started and quit and started and quit several times. But it takes a little patience. Actually, it takes a lot of patience. But you will get there. If we don't get there before school starts in August, then just bring your MacBook to me, and we'll get it taken care of as quickly as we can and get everybody going. Now, once the update, the upgrade of the operating system is done, your background will change. You won't see macOS Catalina, you won't see Catalina Island anymore. You'll see a representation of Big Sur, and it will look like, well, I lost it. It's out there somewhere. I think I just saw it for a moment. We'll go back to Catalina. Or I might have to go old school and actually pick the thing up. Let me try it again. Nope, not there. Okay. So we'll just do this. Excuse me. Once it's done, it'll come up. It'll look like this. A lot more colorful. The icons are bigger. One thing to note, though, going back on Catalina, if you have multiple user accounts on your MacBook, you want to make sure you go into each one of those if you've used them. Go into each one of them. Make sure that you back up files that are in both, and then if you can't clear enough space out of the one you use most of the time, go into the other one and see if there's anything you can delete there to make sure that you'll have enough space for the update. If you have any questions, please email me, tkauser@rebelmail.net, and good luck with the upgrade and have a great rest of your summer. Thank you for watching.